listening to Community Forum on KCCC 930 AM, sponsored by Eddy County, honoring God, country, and family, thriving with industry since 1889.
Hattie Quinn here, and I'm with
Saul Navarette.
And you are with?
I am with HSI Grant Services at SENMC.
Fabulous. And can you tell me what HSI Grant Services stands for?
Yes, we stand for Hispanic Serving Institution. As not a lot of people know, but SENMC is an HSI institution. That means that more than 25% of the students are Hispanics.
Oh, excellent. And so does that open up other possibilities for grants and funding for the school?
Yes, that opens a wide open door for grants, minority, unrepresentative students, populations. So yes, we do receive federal grants, and then we distribute those grants within the college. We purchase a lot of stuff, a lot of the material, professional development. We do a lot of the workshops that are done here at SENMC with that grant fund money.
Excellent. I've seen many listings that'll say that it's funded by HSI Grant Services, and it might mention in partnership with a particular department, like Department of Education, or sometimes it's other organizations, I believe, as well.
Yes, we have been collaborating a lot with our community. This past summer, we collaborated with the Carlsbad Museum. We provided 3 outdoor movies, and we did that in collaboration with them because they were the part of the equipment and we're the part of providing the movie.
Well, thank you for that. I appreciate it because we took advantage of that this summer. So that was excellent. And then tell me kind of like what your day is like as a member of HSI Grant Services.
Well, we focus a lot on students, and not just because we are an HSI means that we're only focusing on Hispanic students. We focus on all students. So all of our workshops are meant for all students, regardless of if they are traditional, not traditional, Hispanic, not Hispanic, of their background. We focus, all of our events are completely free because we are grant funded, and they are intended for all students. So as you might see, we do specific events, for example, for mental wealth, financial literacy. That's one of the workshops that we're currently doing this semester and that we have been doing in the past semesters. Actually, last week, we were doing HSI Week that we're doing for Hispanic Month. And for example, last week, we did Create Your Own Piñata. We did part 1, part 2, and then we had a trivia and a karaoke. And usually we do this every single year, but we tend to focus a little bit more in our HSI Week. That's when Hispanic Month is.
Right, the Hispanic Heritage Month. Excellent. And so I've also seen events that are open to the general public as well, not just for the students or students and faculty. Can you talk about that a little?
Yes, sometimes we have specific sessions when we open it to the public. For example, we also have paint parties. Some sessions are only for SENMC students, and then we open some for also the community. We also open for yoga. We do some for students. And I know it's intended for students, but faculty and staff, they know they're more than welcome to join us whenever they can. But sometimes we have specific dates for our community.
Fabulous. And part of that was kind of broader funding also had something to do with gardening, if I remember correctly.
Yes, correct. Raymond Dominguez is doing his gardening workshops. We have a hidden garden behind SENMC. It's still within the facility of SENMC. It's outside, it's at the back. But yes, he started that gardening this semester. We have been receiving donations of plants. He loves plants, so we do specific workshops where how to take care of them, how to water them, because I did not know that was important. I just always threw water at them and just expected them to grow. But it's something really nice to know, and that one is open for the community always. So we have a lot of participants from the community that it's just what they needed, and that's what we tend to focus on in what our community needs.
I love that. I think that's most important, and it's something I've realized that SENMC is really good at is really focusing on that service to the greater community, which I really appreciate. You don't really expect that from some colleges where they can be more focused on the academic side only and kind of forget that they're in a broader community.
Yes, and one of the main goals, because I was here during our transitioning from our previous institution to become independent, one of our main goals was to serve our community better, because we had restrictions that we couldn't do, and now we are free. We're more open and helping our community specifically, because now we can focus on targeting not only SENMC or Eddy County students, but also our specific community here in Carlsbad, New Mexico.
Fabulous. I really appreciate that more broad, like countywide or region-wide focus, as we are the place where people are going to come, right? Unless they can afford to leave home. Some people have that bonus, but the fact that you can get a good, solid education here, or get into a vocational program where you can get a skill and go get a job in careers that are in town or in the region, is really, I think a really fabulous thing. I've really enjoyed becoming a part of SENMC. I guess that's what I'm saying.
Yes, it's a special community here. It's for sure a family here at SENMC, and it's one of the opportunities where students can start and then they can continue later on. Not just because students are not capable of going to a four-year institution, but because college is way different from K to 12, that sometimes me as a former student, it helped me out figure out how college worked before going to a bigger institution.
I have to agree with that. I really do appreciate the community college model, because most of the time you get the same education in the first 2 years no matter where you go, but here you can stay like home where you're more comfortable while you're getting into a groove, learning to be responsible for your own education. I think is quite the shock when you go from high school to college. It's like, sure, people are providing it still, but you're actually responsible to make it happen. And not everybody picks that up right away, and so it's good to have that time and the practice and like people in your community, who understand and are there to support you. So I am a big proponent of the community college model. We also do the early college high school here too. Right?
Yes, it's also here at SENMC in our facilities. I know they have their own building, but yes, we also do our early Carlsbad High School early college, I believe so, and that's really a fun one, because if I knew about that program since the beginning, I would have started there, because they not only graduate from high school, they also graduate from SENMC. So they're not only receiving a high school diploma, they're receiving an associate's diploma from SENMC. So that's 2 years saved of money. They can stay here, they can continue their studies at the high school and here at the same time. I
think that's so amazing. And it challenges our best and brightest, but it also provides an opportunity to our hardworking students as well. I've been announcing a lot of your various events, but I think I'm most excited about the one that happens tomorrow, September 24th. Can you tell me about this one?
Yes, tomorrow, September 24th, we're having the Space Latina. We're having Zaida Hernandez. She is currently from Houston. She is working with NASA, and she will be here tomorrow to present and give us a little bit of her speech, of her background, and one of her books, actually, because currently she's working as an engineer with NASA. So, having her represent our Hispanic community is very essential, not just for us adults, but it's also going to impact a lot of the students that we have here, because sometimes they don't think they can go as far as becoming an engineer in NASA. And, Zaida Hernandez is a perfect example that is possible. And she's going to talk about this tomorrow, Wednesday, September 24th, from noon to 1 p.m. We're hoping to have a lot of our community members, a lot of students, a lot of our SENMC students here We will be providing food. So, I mean, food
Bonus.
is exactly, that's the key bonus for every event. I'll say that.
I find that's always nice because then you don't have to choose between lunch and the talk,
Exactly.
right? Because students only have so much time. You got to get it all in. So I really appreciate that. I was reading that she really shares about her journey as a Latina astronaut, an engineer for the space program, on her social media, and that she's very open about the experience, which I think is really cool. We just didn't have that kind of access when I was growing up, certainly. Like, we didn't even have an internet, but like, we didn't have that kind of access where, like, about their struggles and their hopes and like what they're working on right now. We heard about them when they went to space, right?
When they can become in the news. But yes, you might think that probably some Netflix might be, they'll create a movie. I mean, we also have that 1,000-mile movie that's another astronaut that is originally from California. I mean, you never know when next year's you might see Zaida Hernandez in a new movie.
That's amazing. That would be so great. Yeah, I'm really excited about our event, and that is open to the greater community.
Correct. Yes,
Yeah.
it's open invitation for all students, but also anyone that would like to come and join us, please do so. Again, it's September 24th from noon to 1 p.m. at Southeast New Mexico College Gym.
And her most recent book, I believe, was Lucy Niña Astronauta?
Yes.
Did I get the name right?
Lucero Niña Astronauta.
Lucero
Yes, the
Niña
kid astronaut.
Astronauta. So that sounds like a kid's book, and I think that means that people should feel free to bring their kids.
Yeah, especially anyone that is specifically interested in STEM. I mean, I know she is a STEM major, but sometimes this can inspire, as I mentioned before, not only students or adults, but all of us. And not just because she's Hispanic, but because of her background. I think she represents everyone that comes from a hard background, that those struggles that they face, either because they were in a STEM major where it's majority men, I mean, everyone can feel identified one way or another. And I think Zaida Hernandez represents that struggle becoming a reality and working in NASA.
Yeah, so I'm definitely going to be there, and I think that we should all try to come. Anybody that can. Obviously, it's during the school day for some, but we have 7% of all of our students are homeschoolers, so they would certainly be welcome.
Oh yes, more than welcome. And my title is an outreach coordinator. So what we did, we went to specific schools here in Carlsbad District, and we provided them with the flyer. We know Carlsbad Enrichment Center, they're sending their students. Also, the ESL class from the Carlsbad High School are coming for this specific talk.
Oh, that's so great. I'm so glad to hear that. It's nice if everybody can't come, that at least some of them can, especially those who would be specifically interested.
Yes. I mean, it is a great opportunity, but again, it's open to anyone that can and they're willing to.
And I would say, as a female astronaut, an engineer, she's also pretty inspiring to all women and girls as well, or anyone who falls into a gender minority category.
Yes.
I was in the sciences for a while myself, chemistry, and it is definitely a very male-dominant field. But the women were, just brilliant hard workers and just a pleasure. And I'm sure that it's the same with those who kind of make it through the gauntlet to serve in their, really in their will, in the thing that they wanted to do most with themselves.
Yes, I mean, and also first generation students. Sometimes you're the head of the arrow. Sometimes you have to be the first in everything. And I think Zaida Hernandez also represents that very well. Oh,
fabulous. Yeah, I didn't think about that. There is that first generation to achieve thing as well, which can be pretty wonderful. So I'm very excited about that. And then when we were talking earlier, I brought up that I had seen the news on the SNMC website, I think it's a couple months ago now, that you got to go to Hawaii.
Yes, me and Eric Dominguez, Eric as the STEM promoter, we got to present in Honolulu, Hawaii. So, I mean, that was a great experience because we never thought that our events here would be heard in another island in the middle of nowhere. I mean, we always dreamed about Hawaii. We always talked about Hawaii, but we were like, wow, we're actually going, because we sent our proposal for what we wanted to talk about, that it's actually all of these events that we do for STEM for the community. And we got approved, and we were, well, I guess we're going to Honolulu. When me and Eric received that news, we couldn't believe it, because we were like, it's like we manifested that happened. We were like, wow. But, our director, Rocio Espinosa, she told us, this is something you guys deserve. You've been doing a lot for your community. So now let's go ahead and go and talk about what we do, HSI Grant Services and SENMC, and put them, somewhere in the map, because it's an international conference. And we felt very, very proud to present there. We only had about 30 minutes to present, but we did need a couple minutes more. But I'll say that our audience was very, very engaged and very interested.
Excellent.
And there was from all parts of the world that were very interested in what we do and how we do it. And because a lot of people are just scared to spend federal grants, but we do all of these events for our students, for our community, and you can't go wrong with that.
You cannot go wrong with that. Service to the community is key. I agree. So you said it was on all the STEM events that we do here.
Yes, we did a presentation with all the STEM events that we've been doing in the couple last year, starting from fall 2024 all the way to this summer.
Nice.
And we went ahead and presented all of the events that we do, all the key speakers, also how do we do everything, because a lot of people always tells us, well, you're always doing all the events. But it's a task, it's a hard task, but it's really rewarding when you see everyone attending and everyone liking your event. You're like, well, we have to do this more often.
Yeah, the joy that it brings.
Sometimes you think, well, should we do this event? Should we not do this event? Once you do it, you want to do it even more.
And does that include the science fair or the STEM fair?
Yes, the STEM fair that we do usually. Yeah, the STEM Expo is, I think, one of our biggest events that we do usually during the spring semester. But that brings our entire community. And having that competition for students that they can create anything. I believe this year's winner for the main prize was from somebody from SENMC, but we also had a lot of students even coming from Alamogordo. They found out about our event because they were very excited to see that they can participate and actually win. And I think, if I'm not wrong, I think they won 3rd place. Yes.
Fabulous. That's so great to have them come. We didn't know about it right away, sadly, because I wasn't as plugged in as I am now. But it's definitely our intention, my son and I, for him to do that this year. I'm very excited about it.
Yes, I'm pretty sure we're going to do it next spring on 2026. It's one of those events that just became an annual event where the entire community is very excited and they're just waiting for that event to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. I am. Yeah, we're counting down for sure. I am a homeschool mom, and I have a 9-year-old 5th grader. So, it's hard to keep up with the brain sometimes. So it's like, this would be a great outlet for him to get to show off some of his stuff and his thinking and what he's into.
And socialize. You see a lot of
very
kids,
important.
A lot of people here, a lot of our community members here.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
And we do a lot of that. We did the Inspired by Science this summer, which they're just great. And we're connected to the Homeschool Hub, the Southeast New Mexico Homeschool Hub, that has regular speakers in as well. So we also get to them. What did we do yesterday? Drama Club. We have just started drama because I think he'll love it. He was like, I don't want to do it. And then immediately afterward, he was just like, we're going to do longer plays next time. I'm like, that's right. I knew it was for you. He's a multi-potentialite. He can just do lots of things, as so many kids are. They just are just like unbounded potential. They just need the encouragement.
Sometimes they only need that push to start something, and then they just love it. And now the papers reversed because now you don't want to go, or you can't go, and then they're like, Mom, when are we going?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, no, this has to happen now. Thanks. But I definitely look forward to that. I really love the larger events. Are you part of Taste of Culture as well, your department, or was that another department?
We do have several members that are part of the diversity committee. That diversity committee are the ones in charge of our Taste of Culture event. But yes, also that's one of our biggest events that we do. And also, they're doing a salsa competition here at SENMC this Hispanic Month as well. I'm not sure about the specific date, but yes, they are having a salsa competition.
Oh, man.
And that's an annual competition that everyone is excited for.
All right. Well, I'll definitely look for details on that, and I will announce them in Midweek Matters if it is open to the public.
Yes, that would be perfect.
Thanks so much. Is there anything that you want to make sure that we know about before we wrap up?
Yes, a lot of people see us in our community and they tell us, oh, are you part of the college? Because we have a lot of merch that says HSI Grant Services. We are technically part of the college. We do a lot of outreach to promote higher education. For our grants, we can't specifically recruit as of right now, but we do a lot of advocate for our students. You know, a lot of students that don't speak perfect English, that are ESL students. We also help them out. We also, if they need specific information, we can guide them to the correct people. So if you see us out there in the community and you're wondering, well, are they part of the college or are they not? We are part of the college.
Excellent. But you also serve the greater community like SEMC does.
We do.
I love it. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming down. I just totally sprung this on you, of course, last Friday at the Walk for Recovery. And so I was really glad that you were able to make the time, and I really appreciate it. And anytime you want to come talk about what HSI is doing, or you just need us to plug events, we're all over it.
Well, perfect. We will for sure do, because we have a lot of events coming up, and especially next semester for the spring semester. But yeah, thank you for having me here. For all of our community that is hearing us right now, please follow us in social media. We are currently in Instagram and Facebook as SENMC HSI, and now we are in TikTok. So yeah,
Nice.
I'm actually the administrator for TikTok, along with some of my coworkers, Eric and Raymond. But we're excited to start something new in TikTok where we feel like all of our community and our youth students are
Absolutely.
there.
You know, the radio station did a listening tour to find out what was needed from journalism in Carlsbad. And when I talked to high school students and college students, that was definitely something that they talked about, was how, like, okay, so when I talk to the adults, like, you know, the older people, they get their information from Facebook and YouTube. When I talk to the younger people, they get their information from TikTok. So we need to be in all those places.
Yes, so now they can find us in TikTok as SENMC HSI, as well as in Facebook and Instagram.
Oh, fabulous. Well, thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
You're listening to Community Forum on KCCC 930 AM, sponsored by Eddy County, honoring God, country, and family, thriving with industry since 1889.